Dyma'r podlediad heno. Good evening. Here's the podcast tonight. Cyfres 3, y degfed benod. Series 3, the 10th episode. So, Rhifau, numbers. Today's episode is degfed. So, number 10, deg, and ved on the end as usual for these ordinals. And all the ordinals cause soft mutation in feminine nouns. So that's why penod has become benod again. Right, Rhifau, numbers. Rhif is number, R-H-I-F. Rhif, and Rhifau is numbers. And today's words, we're going over the numbers from 0 to 10 again. Or 1 to 10, but we do cover 0 in the episode as well. So, un is 1. Dau is 2. Dwy is feminine 2. Tri is 3. Tair is feminine 3. Pedwar is 4. Pedair is feminine 4. Pimp is 5. Pim is an alternative 5. Chwech is 6. Chwe is an alternative of chwech. Saith is 7. Wyth is 8. Now is 9. And deg is 10. So I thought it would be handy if we went back over these numbers. And I did a listening exercise on them and a bit more focus on them. So today's, what do you want to call it? Piece, story, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes there's a story that makes sense. Sometimes I'm just weaving things in just to make some grammatical point or highlight something that happens. So today we've got Mae'r dyn hwn eisiau pint 50 ceiniog. This man wants £1.55. Roedd 43 o bobl yno yn y tŷ hwnnw. There were 43 people there in that house. Rydyn ni'n mynd am 5 ar 8. We're going at 8:25. Gwelais I 6 chwechi, 6 tair merch, 3 bachgen. I saw 6 cats, 6 dogs, 6 men, 3 girls, 3 boys. Y rhif yw 0, dim byd. The number is 0, none, nothing. Ef yw'r un. He is the one. So, a mishmash of things going on there. So, the first thing in the first sentence, we've got dyn. So, mae'r dyn hwn. So, it'd come up as done as well, which was a conjugation of bod for when we say we, done in, which is short for rudden in. But here, we're not saying it like a done. We're saying it like dyn, long Y. So, if down south, that sound like long I, E, and up north, that sounds like a long U. So, that's like E, dyn. So, mae'r dyn hwn, mae'r dyn hwn. And what we've got there is of mae'r is the, dyn is man, and hwn is this. So, it's the man this. So, it's this man. And that's how we can use the hun. And we're using hun there, as in Attila hun, who was spelt with a U, but we're spelling it with a W, just so you can remember it. Attila hun is masculine. So, dyn is masculine. That's why we're using the masculine hun rather than hon. Just thought I'd go over that. Eisiau is a word there being used as a verb or a verb noun, but it's actually a noun. So if you can think about want, Yes, you might want something as a verb in English, but you can also have it as a noun in English, can't you? It is a want that I have. So that then it's a noun. So that's how the Welsh see it. It's a noun, but they use it as a verb. And there's certain words that when we see that un particle in the sentence, when it's in simple conjugations of bored sentences, like doing, we might drop the un when we have words like eisiau. And angen is another one, need. That's not a verb either. That's a noun again. So, what else is in this sentence? Pint. Have we come across that? Not too sure, but it means pounds, as in money. It means pound, actually, but because we count in singular nouns, so we've got pint, pim. Pint, pim dig now, ceiniog. So that's pint. We're assuming it's one, because we've not put a number in front of it. So we wouldn't put un pint there as a full thing. We just say pint because it's obvious. So pint, pim dig now. So that's 5, 10, 9. That's how you would count up decimal numbers if you were moving from the left, powers of 10. So if your number started with, it was a 2-digit number, the first digit from the left would be how many tens you've got. And then the next one would be how many ones you've got. So that's how it's done with Welsh digital. And there's an example of that again in the listening exercise. So I know some of this is obvious, some of you it's just sunk in straight away. But I like to go over things as well because other people have missed things. Might not have got that. Something might just tick, might come at it from a different angle, and they might get it then. So that's how it works with learning Welsh. Little light bulb moments, you get little things pop in when you go, I get that now. Like wythnos. Like, I've known that word for 40 years, but only just realised last week that it meant 8 nights. I knew what it meant, I used it, but it just didn't click. So you get things like that happening sometimes. So if people come at lessons from a different angles, that's why you should have a mixed source of learning resources as well. Mixed array of learning sources and resources. Right, I'm just going to keep going until we run out of time. Ceiniog, pence. CEINIOG. 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 That means pence. So we've had pint and ceiniog there. They're both feminine as well, so they help with showing mutations. Where was I? Roedd 43. Roedd was. It means was. Third person singular. If it was I, it would be roedden I. If it was you, it would be roeddet ti. But we've not done them yet. So roedd is like the base root for doing imperfect tense or past tense, simple past tense. Roedd is like the base word that we add other bits on the end to shape it for different pronouns like I, you, he, she, them, we, and you as a plural. So we have different endings to these things. So that's an important word. It was in our R words, I'm sure. And what else we got in there? 43. So we got, again, decimal. Oh, bobble this time. Rather than just put the noun straight after the number, we're saying of people as another way of counting. Sometimes it means you don't have to do any weird little changes in the word as well. I've run out of time. So, look at the listening exercise. Get on with it.